Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Westbrook. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Operating from the gun, Westbrook. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Watson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey! Roy! 57 to Mike. 57. 18
On 4th down, Westbrook. That's complete right around the 8. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
19 Tiger. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
A first carry now. This is Matthews. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll be taken down, but not before. They work it across midfield.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right here, guys.
On first, it's Matthews again. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, Matthews. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The running back, again the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Porter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, watch the lane.
Mike, 54.
Hurt.
54.
I got him.
Hey, watch that.
Street.
Mike, 54.
Come, boy, Check 13. Check 19.
They'll run on first down. Watson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They've got some guys who might need a year or 2 on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jaguars nothing.
On 3rd down, Porter. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And it's fielded at the 34. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A great return there of 22 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. 57 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
A try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
On the return comes Webster. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Operating from the gun, Westbrook. And Watson has it right side.
The pass.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 43-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On first down, Irving. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
To throw on second down. Westbrook. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
50 seconds to life. 50 seconds to life.
On 3rd and 2, Westbrook. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Max 50, Max 50.
Looking to throw. Westbrook. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, you know, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
See if he... And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
26.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
59.
From the gun, Westbrook.
Let's go, Pete, let's go.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Westbrook going long here. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 57 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, Porter. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the run. Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Westbrook. He's going to rifle one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down.
Right here, guys. Fight the deep.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some very intriguing games in that early window, highlighted by the one going on at the Superdome. A big test for the Saints as they get set to take on the Dallas Cowboys. The 4 o'clock games have some intrigue as well, especially up in Buffalo, where it'll be the Bills taking on the Green Bay Packers. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
What's the deal, y'all?
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
51 the mic, boy, 51.
Operating from the gun, Porter. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Matthews. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Again, it's Matthews. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Chase Young, his 2nd sack of the night.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They go play action here on first down. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try the left side. It's Watson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Watson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Check 90. Check, no, check, no, check. Check 3, check 3. Check, hurt, hurt.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Irving. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. No, and the increased distance may have cost him there, as it is no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Porter. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Porter. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, hey, hey. Alert.
Throwing again. Westbrook. Flushed, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Josh Allen able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
To throw on 3rd down. Westbrook. He's going to walk. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Give me some. Give me some.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. On 1st and 10, Porter. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw again. Porter. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
51 the mic, boys. 51. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Operating from the gun. Porter. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run on first down. Watson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Westbrook. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Washington on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Right back to him on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Alert, alert.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bennett. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's pass. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here we go on 4th down, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down, Porter. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, 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 hey.
Operating from the gun, Porter. And some room to work. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Here we go. 51 to Mike, boys. 51.
From the gun, Porter. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Montez Sweat in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Porter. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Porter. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
1st and 10 at their own 45.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, street, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Switch.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Irving, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. On first down, Porter. And he'll find Hall. He's at the 30, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It has been quite a display here in the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Washington.
On 1st and 10, Westbrook going long here for Wallace. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
On the deep ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing again. Westbrook. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it was just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the
Thank you.